St. Johns County is one of the most desirable places to live in Florida, but if you're a first-time buyer, it can feel almost impossible to break in. That's why in this video, I'm showing you 3 of the most affordable new construction communities with prices in the 200s and builder incentives designed to help you finally make the leap. Each one of these communities offers a different lifestyle, from simple, no-frills living to amenity-rich neighborhoods. And at the end of this video, I'll share a personal incentive I'm offering first-time buyers, something I've never done before. Someone out there has been waiting for this video, and I can't wait to meet you and help you get into your first home. Let's get to it. Stokes Landing is a townhome community by D.R. Horton, and it is located on the east side of US 1, north of St. Augustine. There are 286 homes here that range between 1,100 and 1,300 square feet, 2 and 3 bedroom options, and sell in the low to mid 200s. There are 3 floor plans here, and today we're focusing on the Osmond because this one behind me is for sale at the unbelievable price of $199,000. All right, y'all, pardon the noise. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, guys. First of all, I want to let you know that the flooring on here, although it might look like a luxury vinyl plank, it does have a nice appearance, okay? This is actually laminate flooring, all right? And you've got, which is pretty typical in townhomes, is you've got the kitchen island facing the side of the home. Now you do have enough room here to go ahead and put up some bar stools, probably 3 or 4. You could even have all your meals at the island probably if you wanted to, especially if you're just a couple, right? Otherwise, you're gonna have this space for your dining table, right? A small dining table, and then you've got your living room back in the back. So it's sort of a stacked feel. Okay, so we've got the kitchen. Take a look at the nice, everybody loves those white cabinets. Well, not everybody, but it's pretty trending and pretty popular to have the white kitchen. That's what you have. And you also got the stainless steel appliances. They are Whirlpool appliances. And you can tell that the fridge is missing, but hang in there because that is one of the incentives that they're currently offering, is to include all those appliances. So here's your island, you got plenty of storage space there. You got your dishwasher, nice big sink, you got your disposal, and you got a handy dandy, whatever you call that thing. And here's your patio as well. You got some, not a terrible amount of space, but keep in mind you could add some more shelves there to make better use of that space. Nice window coming out the front. Okay, obviously there's a lot of units still going up in here, so there's going to be construction going on. That's one of the trade-offs, but you'll get a better price now than if you wait. So we got our half bath here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right. What you see, pedestal sink in the mirror. Got a towel holder, and you do have a small back patio here. You got this double slider. And out here you do have some storage space. You got the water heater there. Sometimes you'll see the water heater in garage. Obviously there's no garage on this one, just have the parking spot. But decent amount of space there. And this is your back area. Okay, you do have vinyl privacy around and vinyl around the other units. So you're not looking like directly into somebody's house. Just let you come out here and see kind of what that looks like. All right, so you do have a little bit of privacy back here. Spend some time out here. Grill out. All right, let me close this and we'll head upstairs. Check it out. Okay, we do have carpet on the stairs, carpet in the bedrooms. And we're coming straight up to the AC closet. See what we're looking at. I'm guessing it's a Carrier. No, what we got? I don't even know. I didn't see the brand. Yeah. Oh, Goodman. Okay. Not too much room on this one. This is a little bit smaller, so not as much room in there to to store anything extra. And we do have 2 en-suites here, guys. I think this is the little bit smaller one. Okay, but each one has its own bathroom, which is cool. You're not gonna have dual vanities here, but there's a decent amount of sink space in this unit, which is pretty cool. And this one, you've just got the shower, no tub on this one. We'll see if there's a tub on the other one. You do have a walk-in closet though. Okay, not bad size at all. If the dimensions are available to me, I will provide those for you, and there's a light in there. That's pretty nice. Okay, let's check out what we got on. First of all, little things, rocker switches on these DR Horton homes. All right, got the smart thermostat and can lighting, recessed can lighting. You got your smoke detectors. This is your scuttle to get up into the attic. This is it, kind of random, but door to nowhere. Well, you actually got your electrical panel back here and a little bit of room for storage, which is nice, right? Nice in a townhome to make use of every little inch of storage we got. And we do have a linen closet. Again, decent amount of depth there. Add some more shelves. So there's just 3. All right, now closer to the master, what I would call the master, you got your closet for a washer and dryer. Okay, again, this will be in the incentives is a full appliance package they're offering right now. So this is upstairs where your bedrooms are, so that makes sense. Don't want to be hauling laundry up and down the stairs all the time, okay? So decent sized room here. You do have a walk-in closet, okay? And that's why this would be the master. It's sort of like a mock his and her, right? Because you have one door to that side of the closet and another door over here. So got your stuff on this side, her stuff on that side, and again, maybe put up some more shelving to make a better use of that space. Let's take a look at the bathroom. Okay, you got this same laminate flooring, kind of looks like wood, and then you got the single vanity as well. And there, at least in this one, you have a bathtub as well. So you do have that option for those soakers out there. Okay, guys, let's take a look at the pricing on this one. And it's important to understand what goes into this $199 because it's not for everybody, but there are some options that we can make work. So let's take a look at this real quick. First of all, to remind ourselves, okay, this is 118 Palmetto Ridge, so you can take a look at this one online. It's 1109, so we're starting off looking at the smallest unit. That's okay. This would be a great place to start off, get your foot in the real estate market. 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-story, no garage. Don't really need a garage in Florida unless you got a car that you're like really trying to protect, but you know, obviously the weather's not that bad here. $199 now, this is a cash price, so they've taken a lot of the incentives out to show you how low this can get if you did bring cash to the table. Cash is king. Obviously, not everybody's sitting on $200,000, so we're gonna talk about some incentives that would get you a really nice interest rate. Now, this plan is the Osmond. There are 7 more of these, okay? And that's more the price that you're looking at with incentives. So 227 to 253. We'll come back to that in a second, all right? This is your site map of the neighborhood. Obviously, this is a long US 1, okay? They've got the models up here in the front, and they have Tradition Series and Express Series, basically higher and lower amount of upgrades, okay? But there's your townhome kind of grid. This HOA is really low, $100 a month, and that's gonna cover your lawn care and your grounds maintenance. So this is great for first-time home buyers, okay? Don't have a lot of extra costs and a lot of worries. It's low maintenance, only $100 a month, and that's it. No CDD fee, okay? Now, I mentioned that this is the Osmond, okay? It starts at $249. The Jackson starts at $259. That is just an upgraded model of the Osmond, okay? So they're putting $10,000 worth of upgrades. That might be flooring, that might be fixtures, different things like that. Then you've got the Springfield, Okay, this is the bigger model. This is the 3-bedroom. Starts at $271. Okay, it's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, and it's just over 1,300 square feet. So just taking a look at that, when you come in, you've got the kitchen right around to the right. You actually have the washer and dryer on the bottom floor. You still have that powder room. You still have the porch with the storage and the water heater. And then you've got the 3 bedrooms upstairs. Now, you have a typical master that's an ensuite, and the other ones are sharing this bathroom. All right, last thing I want to highlight is the D.R. Horton incentives. These are the things that we can really make a difference to get you into a house. So first of all, for my FHA buyers or my VA buyers, if you don't know what an FHA buyer is, reach out to me. Okay, I'll let you know. All you need to do is put down 3.5%. All right, if you qualify for that loan, and they'll get you 3.99%, 30-year fixed. That is crazy. You go buy a resale townhome, you're going to be at 5.5%, 6.5%. All right, that is a major difference. That is a deal breaker for most people. But a 3.99, man, let's just calculate those costs for you. It's going to be under $2,000 a month probably to live in this place. $15K towards closing costs. Heck yeah. You don't have enough cash to bring to the table to close? No worries. They're going to cover that for you as well, right? That's why there's extra money baked into the price. We're not talking $199, we're talking $227 to finance this unit. And all appliances included. That fridge that's missing, the washer and dryer upstairs. Now, on this unit, there's no garage, but they'll include a garage door and opener on the units that have garages. There's none here, but with these incentives, guys, you can get a really low monthly payment, bring very little to closing, 3.5% down, and they'll probably cover all your closing costs and get all your appliances. Pretty great deal. Let's talk about one of the biggest fears for first-time buyers, affordability. Here's something important to remember. Banks don't want to take risks any more than you do. When you're pre-approved, they'll show you concrete numbers, what you qualify for, what your monthly payment would be, and you can decide what you're truly comfortable with. That's your safety net. Keep in mind, while things like taxes, insurance, and HOA fees can change slowly over time, your mortgage, the biggest part of your payment, stays fixed. And because it's a new home, you'll avoid the surprise of major repairs. I will even pay for your new home inspection, so the builder has to address issues up front. Then you're covered by warranties for the first few years. That means peace of mind, knowing your biggest expense is stable and the risk of costly surprises is low. Now, here's where new construction shines. Builder incentives can give you flexibility. They can lower your monthly payment, reduce your cash due at closing, or even help with both. Could you buy a home with little or no money down? Yes. Could you lock in a fixed 30-year rate as low as 3.99%? Also yes. That's real buying power. The Meadows at Rivertown by Mattamy is another super affordable townhome community, but this neighborhood is on the other side of St. John's, closer to the river, and includes some amazing amenities, including dog parks, a riverside boardwalk, walking trails, a clubhouse, swimming pools, and even a lazy river. There are 150 homes that range between 1,200 and 1,300 square feet with 2 and 3 bedroom options, and sell in the mid to high 200s. There are 3 floor plans here, and today we're touring the Carver. All right, let's take a look at the Carver. Just get you a look at this row of townhomes right here. It rained for like 10 minutes, and now it is freaking hot. You gotta love the weather in Florida sometimes. It's really interesting. Hey, this one's for sale, 53 Cordell Street. We'll look at the price afterwards, okay? Got a nice glass door bringing in some light to your townhome, and we're coming right in. Now, this is luxury vinyl plank, and in the bedrooms on the stairs, we've got carpet. So when you come right in, you're looking at dining and living here, and then your kitchen right off the front. There is another model that has 2 bedrooms Where this is switched, the kitchen is at the back of the home, just so you know. Okay, so we're coming in, we got stainless steel appliances. You've got the Whirlpool brand, so that's gonna be your microwave, your oven, dishwasher, and your fridge. And Whirlpool might even be the washer and dryer as well. It looks like everything's included. You have an island here. It's like 1.5 centimeters of quartz countertop. And around this island, just want to point this out since we're looking at it, you do have room to put maybe 2, 3, 4, depending, bar stools. And that's important because obviously we're not working with a ton of space, just under 1,300 square feet. This is where your dining room table would be. All right, you can see the lights, got recessed can lights on the ceiling, okay, drop down texture on the ceiling, and a luxury vinyl plank like I mentioned. So if you didn't want to have a dining room table, you could probably make do eating your meals at the island, just so you know. But let's go ahead and take a look at this kitchen. We got white cabinets, okay, all the way around. Back up a little bit so you can get that all the way in your view. 2 windows, so good bit of light coming in off the front here. I like that you've got cabinets above the fridge as well, so really making good use of that space. And your pantry is not too shabby at all. Let's just see the floor plan there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves, and you could even go up higher. If you're a tall guy like me, and you can reach up there. All right, so Whirlpool appliances here. Let's see what they've got in the corner. I don't think they would have a Lazy Susan or anything like that. Nope. Okay, so you just got 2 cabinets there. And you've got 2 sinks. You have the disposer and a pull out there. All right. You've also got drawers and cabinets here. This island for more space. Let's see what we got under here. So not bad at all for a townhome kitchen. Okay. Again, this would be a spot for your dining room table. Across from here, you've got a water heater, and you've got a stacked, and it is Whirlpool, washer and dryer there. And look, that's not bad. There's even a little bit more area on each side for some storage. Maybe you can customize some shelving. Probably can scoot that over a little bit, customize some shelving to go in this and sort of make it like a laundry room, if you will. All right, again, more light here. I like this. So you got 2 windows, and you got the glass window and the door to the back, because it's pretty light and bright in here. And this is a really nice space for your living room. So I'm gonna go right back to the wall here. You're gonna put your TV here and maybe a nice sectional. You could put yourself a huge L that would go right in that back corner, okay? Do have a half bath because all our bedrooms are upstairs. So this is gonna be a bathroom that you use and your guests will use while they're visiting you in your brand new townhome, okay? Just let you take a look at the finishes there. No light there, but that can light is pretty bright. Let's go ahead and, since we're down here, we'll take a look. This is the AC closet around here. You've got your electrical panel, and let's check that out. Okay, good bit of space in there as well. You can store some space back there to store some stuff. And that's important, right? Because in a townhome, like I said, we don't have a ton of space, and you know, we'll make use of all that. Let's go ahead and take a look out back here. No garage on this one, but you do have a really nice 2-car parking spot convenience here. And you've got a little area to store some stuff there. You can see you got the vinyl fencing for privacy. Oh, I guess that's for your garbage cans, right? I can see it over there. You have some vinyl for privacy. All right. So this is low maintenance living, but it also comes with some awesome amenities. Okay, so we'll take a look upstairs, and then we're gonna go over the pricing on this particular one, right? This one is for sale right now. Talk about the pricing and talk about the couple other plans. We'll take a look at the site maps. You can see the layout of the neighborhood. We'll talk about the amenities, and we'll talk about the incentives. That's what we came for, right? All right, so here's our first bedroom, okay? I know this is not gonna be shocking to you guys. These 2 secondary bedrooms are on the smaller side, right? So you got a sliding door for the closet. And I will try to put the dimensions. If I can find them easily, I'll put the dimensions in the video. So that bedroom on the small side, as is this one, looks like about the same size to me. Okay. You do have one can light in the center, drop down texture again, orange peel texture on the walls. All right, here is your bathroom servicing these two. So I'll let you take a look at that. Just one vanity here. Got your toilet, and then you've got your tub shower insert there. All right, so let's go over, take a look at the master. We've got two windows in here instead of one, and this is not bad at all, size on this one. Let me let you take a look from this side. Okay. And we come, we'll show you this is a good size walk-in closet. I like this, not bad at all for the size of a townhome. We got some shelves here for your shoes, and you got a window, love the windows. All right, let's take a look at this master bathroom. Okay, just one sink in here. Not much room for much more. But y'all, this is great. This is a great first home if you've been trying to get into St. Johns County for many good reasons. This is a great first step, right? Not every time can your first home be your dream home. Take a step in the right direction, or shoot, maybe this is your dream home, right? Okay, so let's review this real quick. This is 53 Cordell Street, so feel free to take a look at that online. 1288 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5, 2-story, no garage. This one is ready right now at $259. The ones that are ready to sell right now are the ones that you have the most leverage on. So you might even be able to get that price a little bit lower. Just keep that in mind, okay? And there's a bunch of these. 5 ready now, right around that same price, $259. And 4 coming up in January, $265. You can see, right, these are a little bit further out. They're just a little bit more expensive. All right, here's the layouts that we're talking about, okay? Here is the Carver, here's the one that we're in. I wanna point that out because the Davy is an upgraded version of the Carver. Same exact layout, but maybe the finishes, the appliances, you're gonna have some upgrades in there. They put about 5K of upgrades into that. So I don't know exactly what those upgrades are. You're gonna reach out to me and I'd love to fill you in on that, but I don't have those right now for you. But it is upgrade 5K more. All right, now here's the Burbank is the other one. We're not gonna tour this, but I'm just gonna give you an idea. This is 2 bedrooms, just over 1,200 square feet, and that starts at $259, okay? And you can see that unlike this one, it doesn't have the kitchen when you come in. You come right into the great room. So a little bit different layout on that one. All right, before we get to the incentives, let's take a look at this neighborhood. I think I mentioned there's 150 homes. You can see that red is sold out. So it looks like it's about half, just about half. Yellow are your quick move-ins. And we are somewhere here on Cordell Street. I think it's one of these two. Probably, yeah, one of these two. Okay, backing up to the street, Cordell Street. Remember, you come in and park behind your house. All right, so you can see, and these are all future. So there is future development coming. Keep that in mind if you're not quite ready to buy yet. And a decent amount of preserve around here. Okay, that's not bad. A little bit of water here, but you are close to that main road right there. All right. Before we go to incentives, let's talk about the HOA CDD, okay? So we are at our highest amount out of the 3 neighborhoods, $239 a month, but look, it's for good reason. Sorry, I didn't make this too easy to read, but here we are in the community with the star, and you've got access to all Rivertown's amenities. River Club, 1 mile away, that is gorgeous, right on the river, okay? River House, 2 miles away, right there. And the River Lodge 3 miles away. So you get all those amenities and they are beautiful, gorgeous. You're also on the river. You can walk on the river. There's a boardwalk. It really is a beautiful place, a different feel. And if that's important to you, trust me, you'll enjoy it for that price. All right, let's talk about the incentives. We already said that this one is $259 and you might be able to get it a little bit lower. But here's incentives that are offered by the buyer, by the builder, that really can make a difference for you. $16,000 on closings before November. Okay, so time sensitive, they'll give you 16 if you close before November. After that, they'll give you 12K. Okay, now this can be used to either buy down the rate, get yourself a lower monthly payment, or it can go towards your closing costs, or usually some combination, right? Because everybody either wants lower payments or they want less cash to close, whatever fits your needs, which is pretty awesome. Now, one thing I need to mention, these are quote unquote affordable homes, and there's some qualifications to get in there. Number one, must be your primary residence, okay? No selling in the first year, no renting in the first 10 years, and even if somebody else buys it, it's the same concept, they can't rent it out in 10 years. And your income has to be less than $110,000 a year for a single and $130K for a family, okay? So this is an awesome place, especially if you're excited about low maintenance living in your townhome, but take advantage of all those amenities. Another big fear is timing. People wonder, what if I buy and the market shifts? The truth is, none of us can predict the future, but one thing you can count on is that Florida will always be one of the most desirable places to live. Between the warm weather, the beaches, and the lifestyle here, people have always wanted to move to Florida, and they always will. That demand is what keeps the market strong over the long run. So, while you can't time the market perfectly, you can give yourself the edge. That's where being prepared matters. Great incentives get snapped up quickly. You want to be one of the first to hear about them so you can act before someone else does. That's exactly why I post daily updates on builder incentives, price drops, and limited time deals across Northeast Florida. The links are down in the description. Follow them and you will never miss a moment when the right deal comes along. Bridgewater by D.R. Horton is a townhome community that might be the sweet spot between our first two options. While it's slightly higher priced than the Meadows, each unit does include a garage, and the amenities are not quite as expansive, which makes them a little bit more affordable. There are 436 homes here in this phase, and they range from 1,200 to 1,800 square feet, 2 and 3 bedroom options, 1 and 2 car options, and are priced between $270 to $390. There are 4 floor plans here, and we're gonna focus on the Aspen. Hey, before we walk right in there, let's go ahead and take a look at the exterior of these units. Okay, you got kind of like this nice light blue siding, and you've got the imitation cedar shake, but you do have some other colors in this neighborhood. Here's a gray, here is a tan over here, and here's like sort of a light green sea foam. And you know what? It's a small thing, but it does make a difference, you know. When sometimes all the townhomes are like all the same color, it's kind of boring. So this is kind of pretty, like what they've done here. Obviously, we're highlighting the fact that we have a garage, right? In Florida, it kind of depends on the type of car you have and your living situation, but there's a lot of places where you absolutely need a garage. Being that we don't have a harsh winter, this is not one of those places. So we're coming on up here. Obviously, you are pretty close to this other entry, and you have a nice window here looking into your kitchen. That's pretty cool. Okay, as we come in, we can see that this is tile. You got this square tile, and we've got the kitchen in the front of the house, and then the stacked dining to living. Nice that this one is furnished. I didn't know that coming into today, but this is not a model. This is for sale. Okay, just keep that in mind. But it's great to have this furnished so we can get a better idea. So as we look, we're coming in, they've got this little piece of furniture here, like sort of like a mobile island, and you've got the washer and dryer will be in the kitchen. Always important to know what is included and what isn't included, and if we can get that in the incentives, which for D.R. Horton, we can get that included, at least right now, right? So we can get a full appliance package, no refrigerator right now. Obviously you do have these appliances. These are Whirlpool. We've seen a good bit of those today, all right? And we don't have an island here, but we have a countertop L. This is not a divided sink, but you do have the disposer, and you've got a nice flexible pull-out handle there. All right, so just taking a look at your kitchen. That's where your fridge is gonna be, your Pantry is going to be back here. Let's take a look at the size on that. Let's just see the floor. And then we've got 3 shelves, and it does go up pretty high. Okay. Small little details, but on this one, you've got rocker switches. Okay. It's kind of cool. Nice little thing. And let's check out the garage real quick. Not a ton of extra space. Okay. I want to point something out. There is no motor on this, but guess what? That is a part of the incentives, is that you can get that and a garage door open as well. I know it's not always included. You believe that? These are important things to know about each different build. Each builder treats things differently, includes different things. So they leave this unpainted. Your garage is not going to be painted. Okay, you have your electrical panel. You've got your water heater, this time in the garage. We've seen that inside. Here it's in your garage. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that light off. Coming back into the kitchen. Okay, this doesn't feel too narrow. A lot of townhomes feel super narrow through this passageway, but this one's all right. This is our AC closet, and talk about having room in there. Look at that. There is a lot of room in that AC closet to store some things, some cleaning supplies, vacuum, all that stuff. So we're coming in here, take a look at the lights on the ceiling. We've got the can lights, not a ton, a little bit more in the kitchen, all right? But with a couple lamps, you're gonna have this lit, and you've got plenty of light coming in through the back there. Got a double slider as well. All right, let's take a look at the half bath. Again, this is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 baths. Both bedrooms are en suites upstairs. Take a look at the fan as well. Take a quick look at the commode. All right. And since we're back here, okay, so let you get a look at where you could put the TV, mount the TV there. And you could probably still have an L sectional against that window, or coming out this way as well. All right, to kind of divide the room a little bit. Let's go take a quick peek here. Sometimes you can screen in or extend your patio. Like I can see across the way, we've got some screens. So it's always important to know what you can and can't do according to the HOA, and what you have to do to make it happen. So this is an interior townhome. So we do have water in the interior here. And you know, do you like that better than green space? I don't know, that's kind of personal preference, but this is what it's looking like as you look down the row. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look upstairs. Some of the lights were not working for me upstairs. I don't know why, so sorry about that. Not intentional to keep you in the dark. And we have carpet up here in the bedrooms. Pretty typical. You got a Strata Honeywell home system there for your AC. And I think that's the master. No, well, let's figure this out together. Okay, we do have a walk-in here. Okay. Both are gonna have walk-ins. Both are gonna be en suites. Again, sorry about the no lights in this one. Okay, you just got your tub shower combo. If I can put the dimensions, if I can find the dimensions, I'll put them on here. Not really sure which one of these is bigger. Got a linen closet right here. Let's just see how big that is. Okay. And then, I'm not sure. This might be a little bit bigger. Might be a little bit bigger. You got 2 windows out to the back. This might be the master, technically speaking. Okay. Take a look at the bathroom. Again, you wish there would be dual vanities in here, but there's just not the space. So one will make it work. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the price on this unit. Talk about briefly the different floor plans. I will show you the Keaton model if I can get in there. That is the largest floor plan. I think it's 1,700, 1,800 square feet, but they've got 4 different floor plans to choose from here if the Aspen doesn't work. So let me remind us of what we're looking at. This is 95 Playa de Luna Lane. You can look that up online. 1210 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-story, and you do have that 1-car garage. This is ready now at $269. Again, homes that are ready now are the ones you have the most leverage with the builder. That doesn't always mean they'll reduce the price. It might mean they might give you a little bit more incentives depending on their level of desperation. There are 9 available, so there's a bunch in this phase, ranging from $269 to $299. Let's take a brief look at the 4 different floor plans, okay? That's the Aspen we just looked at. The Wesley, starting in the 323s, okay, it's got a little bit more square feet, right? So 1440 compared to 1210, all right? Then we're moving up. Oakley, now we're up to 3-bed, 2.5 bath, starting at 328. Okay, 1-car garage, 2-story, and we're up to 1,500 square feet. All right, pretty standard there. And then this is the big boy. I'm going to show you the model, starting at 374, 3-bed, 2.5, 2-car garage, 2-story, almost 1,800 square feet. It really doesn't feel like a townhome. It's very, very spacious. This is your site plan for this phase. Now, this road connects to the first phase where the amenities are, where I started the intro of this video, and the thumbnail is of the pool and the clubhouse for those amenities. Those amenities are $186 a month. So they're right in the middle between Rivertown community, the Meadows and Rivertown, and Stokes Landing, which was just basically ground maintenance, no amenities. But here's what you're looking at. So everything internal is on water. Okay, but you do have some that are along preserve. You even have water to preserve on a townhome. Not bad. So that's what you're looking at. And then let's talk about these incentives again. You already saw this when we talked about Stokes Landing, but just a reminder, maybe you skipped around. If you're an FHA or a VA buyer, obviously you have to qualify for this, but you can get 3.99 for 30 years fixed. Y'all, if you go buy a resale townhome, you're going to be paying upper 5s, low 6s. That is a drastic difference. That is the difference between getting into a house or not getting into a house and continuing to rent for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it might be for you, okay? So that is an amazing rate for an FHA or a VA buyer, fixed for 30 years, okay? They've bought that down for you and they've added that price to the home, but like I said, that can make a difference between getting in or not getting into a home. $15K towards closing costs, all right? We've seen $16K, but that's still really good. And all the appliances included, the fridge, the washer, the dryer, and they're including this garage door motor and opener. As I mentioned, not always included, might surprise you, but that is a heck of a deal. You can get all of that. We might be able to even make sure all of your closing costs are closed and get you a good rate. Okay, so as promised, we're gonna take a look at the Keaton. They've got this one set up as the sales center. It is a 2-car garage. It is an end unit. And y'all, I just went in here to talk to my guy, Kyle. I don't know, I wouldn't say friend is a little bit too dramatic, but I like Kyle a lot. I've done some business with him. He's a really good dude. And he just reminded me, hey, JP, there's only 30 units left. Only 30 units left in phase 2. So I did want to kind of highlight that because I was not aware of that, in all honesty. I was not aware that there's only 30 units left. So they're really selling quickly out of phase 2. And one of those reasons is how affordable this new construction is and these awesome incentives. So you can tell, man, this one has a dramatically different feel, right, than the other ones that we talked about. It's a lot more space and obviously it's a lot more money. So when you come in from this entrance, this is pretty sweet. Off to the right, you've got your half bath. You've got this nice little entry foyer. Look how they've got this. You know, you can customize this even further, create a nice little drop zone for your family, and just let you get a look at this half bath as well. So pretty spacious even for a half bath, right? So right off the front, when you come in that garage, you've got the half bath. Obviously we have tile on the floor, orange peel on the wall, drop down on the ceilings. Go ahead and take a look at the lights up top. Decent amount of lights in this model as well, all the way across. All right, and I like how they have this island sort of cockeyed, which gives you a nice amount of space here. So you know, you're not directly facing the wall. A lot of times in townhomes, you have this island that is just directly facing the wall, right? We've seen that a lot of times. So they've got a lot more space in here, and positioning it that way just makes it even more spacious in here. So take a quick look at the kitchen. Again, we have Whirlpool appliances here. We've got a lot more kitchen space to work with. All right, let you see the island. You do have some bar stools there. All right, we've seen this before. Okay, I like this little addition right here for your baking trays, pans. All right, we've got the disposer under there and the switch under there. And look at this nice corner pantry. So we haven't seen this until this model, right? Just have a lot more space to work with. That's a nice size pantry. Okay, so take a look coming into the casual dining area. They've got a piece of furniture across here, and there's still plenty of room to pass through. Not a big deal. In fact, we could even slide this table a little bit further. And you got this great room. And ooh, tasty. Check out this back patio, right? Covered, screened in patio, and all the way to the back of the house. That's a nice bit of room. On this particular model, and by the way, the models are gonna be for sale when they sell out of this phase, which is coming soon. So this model will be available. So set your sights on it. Please give me a call. Want to help you get the best price on this and get you moved in. All right, let's take a look upstairs. See what 1,800 square feet will do. I didn't double check all the lights, but what do we got here? We got AC, what do you think? Let's see. Nope, okay. Linen closet. And we've got a couple bedrooms and a bath here. Let's take a look. Nice space on that. Counter. Okay. Let's take a look at our secondary bedrooms. A little bit of room for dresser with drawers. And here's your closet. All right, so I'm not gonna say it's like a big bedroom, but it's not bad. It's a lot bigger than some of the other ones we've seen. Okay, they've got this one kind of set up as an office. Obviously we have windows in both of those. Just got one can light in the center. Okay, I'm guessing there's laundry. Obviously the model always has appliances. That's something you always want to check. What appliances are included, sirs? I guess this would be AC, huh? Nope. JP, what's wrong with you? Strike two. Another linen closet. Obviously here with this type of door. So see if we have any space. And yeah, we do. Love that. A lot of space back there. They've got this carpeted. You don't normally see that. Okay, carrier unit. And let's check out the master. The climax of this video. Love that you have enough room to put either an end table or look, even a desk. That's a nice little setup right there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, good amount of space. Check it out. Get around the bed, no problem at all. And we'll check out your closet before we see the bathroom. See the space in there. That is a nice closet. Very spacious. Customize that, put some California closets in there, make even better use of that space. And hey, finally we got the dual vanities, even a place to sit down. You do have a WC closed off, so that's an additional plus. And no tub in this one up top, but you've got this good, spacious shower. So what do you think about the Keaton? 1,800 square feet. Come take advantage of these awesome incentives. Snatch one of these up, or even better, get this model and enjoy the upgrades that have come with this model. including this screened in patio and a little bit of water view, okay? Guys, the last big fear is the process itself, and I get it. Buying a home can feel overwhelming, but that's exactly why I'm here. My job is to guide you through every step, making sure nothing slips through the cracks. From reviewing the fine print of contracts to checking in on construction or repairs, I've got your back. When you're buying new construction, the builder has professional representation. Those site agents you meet in the model home, that's why it's essential to have your own realtor, someone in your corner fighting for your best interests. And because I want to make this first step even easier, I'm offering a special incentive just for first-time home buyers who close in 2025. I'll not only cover the cost of your new home inspection, but I'll also give you $2,000 towards your closing costs. It's my way of saying thank you and helping you to start off strong. If you're not a first-time home buyer, I'd love for you to share this with somebody who is looking for a good realtor. And if you want to see more affordable new construction townhomes, check out these two videos right here on the screen. My name is JP, and until next time, people before property.